Jackass Best and Last is the 5th and supposedly final installment in the Jackass franchise. This movie follows the same trope that every Jackass movie gives us. You have, the big group of the Jackass people, Johnny Knoxville, Steve-O, Chris Pontius, Dave England, Wee Man. Everybody. And I say everybody because while this movie does give us a fair amount of new stuff for the cast members to do, the movie is also very self-aware in the fact that the cast members of Jackass are very old now. They cannot do the really crazy, death-defying stunts anymore. So what they've done is they recycle some old fan-favorite Jackass clips to be shown in this movie. And they also give us a lot of behind-the-scenes looks. Some never-before-seen footage, some pranks that they shot but were never put on TV or certain movies, and just taking a trip down memory lane because this is supposed to be the last one. This was a pleasant surprise for me. I really thought Jackass Forever was going to be the final conclusive Jackass movie, but when they announced they were going to make another one, I was stoked. I love Jackass. I love these guys. I think they're hilarious. I think the stuff they do is insane. It's just entertaining. That's just really what it is for me. I go into a Jackass movie to be entertained and to laugh. If you're a fan of Jackass, this movie brings that for you. What I do appreciate is you really do see the friendship, the camaraderie, the brotherhood that is in all these crazy guys and just all the stuff that they do together. Like, what they do is insane, and it hurts, and it's gross, and it has you feeling all types of ways, but they look like they're all having fun together. It's just a group of men that just never really grew up. And I think that's beautiful. As a result of that, the new stunts, the new, extreme things they do in this movie, they're not as quite death-defying or as insane as we're used to seeing them do, because they've acknowledged they've gone through a lot of injuries. Jackass Forever really pushed them physically, especially at the ages that they were at. So in this case, a lot of stuff now is a lot more, poking fun at, what old people go through, prostate exams and Botox and, trying to make some light out of those situations. And the stuff they do is funny, it's just maybe not as crazy or as death-defying as we're maybe used to seeing. And while that is understandable, that does make you, undeniably wish more for the crazy stuff they did do. But the movie is aware of that. That's why they will go back and they will pull from other Jackass movies and they will show us stunts that they did back in the day that were really extreme. And while that is fun to go down memory lane in that sense, it did feel a little bit, just like pulling through, old material to look back on it. It's fun for nostalgia, but I have seen it before. And as someone who's a big fan of Jackass, who rewatches their clips often because they're hilarious, the stuff I've seen in this movie that they pulled out from recent movies, I have seen frequently. So while it's still great to see it again, I'm just not gonna laugh or feel it as hard as I did that first time. But I did appreciate the backstory they gave to some of their pranks, the ideas they came up for it, why they went and did some of those things. That was really cool to see. But I did like seeing more of the never-before-seen stuff that we've seen in previous Jackass movies, because in that, you see a lot more of, where they get the ideas, as I mentioned earlier, but also the execution of certain stunts. And it really is wild, some of the stuff they did back in the day, and some of the stuff that was apparently so extreme they just could not show it on TV or even get it into certain movies. And not only was it great to see, some stuff from back in their prime, but for me, it was great to see Ryan Dunn and Bam Margera back in a Jackass movie again. I mean, neither of them have been in a Jackass movie for a while for obvious reasons. Ryan Dunn tragically has passed away, and Bam Margera, he just hasn't really been able to get himself right. So seeing the two of them be involved, or at least be a part, even if it's just in spirit, of a new Jackass movie, that's great. And you can tell for Johnny Knoxville and the Jackass crew, that meant a lot to them. And that's what it is. You can see the emotion in these people. You can see, just how they're feeling. They know that this is the last time they're gonna do this. They know this is the last time they'll all come together like this, and it is bittersweet. Will there be another Jackass movie, maybe with, some of the newer people that are brought along? I don't know, possibly, but let's be real, it's not gonna be the same. I will say, for as minor stuff they do when it comes to, the new stunts and the new things that, they mess with each other on, I'm a little surprised we didn't see more bad grandpa skits in this movie. Not even just bad grandpa skits. Skits where, they mess with everybody. This scene from Jackass 3 where, the midgets all have the bar fight and all the people around them are freaking out. What the fuck's going on here? Granted, they do replay that clip in this movie, and I was very happy to see that because that's one of my all-time favorite Jackass clips. But I don't know, moments like that where they could have at least given random strangers a little bit of shock factor with, some certain, pranks and random stuff they do to each other that were a little more minor and less dangerous. I'm a little surprised they didn't take a little bit more of that route. I don't know, I guess me personally, I guess if, you know, the current, longtime, legendary cast members who are too old to do really extreme stuff, if they had went more into that route, I actually think it would have served the movie a little bit better, rather than just, you know, all the, you know, dick jokes they all make with each other. So all in all, Jackass best and last. If you're a Jackass fan, this movie's gonna be for you. The new pranks they do, while they are simpler and smaller than the extreme, crazy, dangerous stuff we have seen them do before, it's still funny, it still got a laugh out of me, I still love seeing these guys mess with one another. I really appreciate a lot of the behind the scenes footage, the stories behind some of their pranks, some of the stuff that didn't get aired. Some of it is very extreme, some of it made me laugh really hard, made me wince because it was gross, or wince because it just looked straight up painful. It is good to look back and see what these guys have done. It really is wild what they put themselves through. It's amazing they're still kicking. And while I did appreciate the nostalgia, seeing a lot of recycled clips did make me wish we had more new clips to enjoy. Granted, I understand why. It's great to see some cast members back in this movie doing some stuff we hadn't seen them do before through, you know, never before seen footage. And in the end, while it's not on the same level as some of my favorite Jackass movies, I am glad they officially gave the franchise the send-off it deserved. Or it needed. Like I said, it's a bittersweet feeling. I'm gonna miss these guys. I appreciate them for the laughs. I appreciate them giving up their bodies and their well-being for us. I mean, we're never gonna see anything like them again. I'm gonna give Jackass Best and Last a 6 out of 10, which makes it a movie worth checking out. But I'd probably wait to stream it.
Sorry, I'm watching a movie on my iPad.
So that's all I'm gonna say, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. And as always, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.